Hello, it's June 17th, 2026. Are we 26 already? My goodness, am I getting old. So today is National, or International, no, it's International Sanitation Workers Day. So shout out to your favorite sanitation worker. And do you even know your sanitation workers? I don't. And it's also Eat Your Vegetables Day. Do you have any food sensitivity? Because that's what I want to start with. Or any sensitivities to any supplements or allergies to lotions or whatever, lanolin, whatever. I am allergic to ragweed, pollen. Okay. As I age, I'm getting more sensitive to everything. Like, I think I have seasonal allergies now. Because, like, my nose or something, what was it? Was it my nose? Or was I getting, like, congested? I can't remember. I think it was, like, my nasal passages were getting, like, stuffed up. And I was like, wait a minute, is this seasonal allergies? Because as far as I know, I didn't have any seasonal sensitivities. But I want to show you this. Oh, in food sensitivity. I'm getting more sensitive to food. As I age, in nutritional supplements, like anything liquidy, like vitamin A, vitamin E. What's the other one that's vitamin E? Fish oil. Anything that's an oil supplement, oil-based, I guess, supplement, will make my face break out. Or any, even nutritional drinks that have like a high vitamin A, vitamin E, something like that. What do you call them? Ingredients, compound, whatever. That'll make my face break out. You know, like the protein bars and stuff, if they have them, which most of them do. So it's hard to find like an all-around nutritional supplement that won't have that in there that I can take, that won't make my face break out. Also gluten, same problem, makes my face break out. That started around when I was around 29, but I didn't find out that that was the cause of it till I was in my early 30s. I think now I'm sensitive to calcium. Or, I'm sorry, dairy. Lactose, I guess. I think, I'm not positive. I know corn is a sensitivity for me. Too much popcorn. If I eat too much popcorn, I'm not a big corn eater, but I love popcorn because of the crunchiness of it and all my dietary limitations. When I want crunchy, I get popcorn. Yeah. If I get too much, upsets my tum-tum the whole next day. And so, this needs to go back up because it... Okay, so let me show you what my partner did these. They should be outside. I should put them outside because they do need the... Well, I guess it's... I don't know. I think they need more... We're going to try and water them from the underneath. My friend is going to bring over... Laura Lynn is going to bring over some baking sheets that she doesn't need anymore. So I can use them so I can water from underneath. And let me put this down so I can clip this up. I got these on Temu. I think they were about, these grow lights, I think they were about $20, so not expensive at all. It's got 2 wands a piece. This one is not from Temu. This was from somebody daughter left here when she lived there, and that's what got me into it because they worked so well. I didn't know, I never had a grow light, so I didn't know they worked so well. And so I saw how well they were working. Let's see. Where are my glasses? Okay. Take you around. That's why I'm doing this on my Canon instead of 2 hours. Okay, so I got in for 12 hours. Should have been out here earlier doing this, but I was feeling kind of sleepy this morning. So I went and I laid back down and I read a book. Didn't sleep any, but seemed to revive me a little bit. So these are not planted yet. I'm going to have to plant them. But I'm setting up the lights. I don't know why I'm setting up the lights there. I should have them over here. But yeah, if I get these... Okay, so anyways, this is what we got set up. My partner got these. Bought them off eBay, I believe. These little starters. These are... Look how small they are. These are the sprout cells. And... he's got it very organized. He's doing very well for the first time. Gave me a couple ideas. I've been doing this growing from seed much longer than he has. But he did have some good ideas. Because I am not patient enough to, like, you know, come up with these ideas and actually do them. You know, and I should do them right off the bat. So I know what... seeds are in each plant, but look, see these ones he's got written, oops, let me show you, red, see, he's got written on the side of the, because you can write on these. These are the compostable, biodegradable things that you just put them, you plant them right into the ground when they're ready to go. This one, let me see. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it because it's black on black. Sugar maple, red maple, apple. See, so each row, each of these rows is labeled. So that's a good idea, and I'm going to do that on mine. So I will be planting. I have not planted anything yet. The dirt's in there. He put the dirt in there. And some of the seeds I'm going to, most of the seeds hopefully I'm just going to put right into the ground. Because this is too much for me. Let me see my seeds. Let me show you what I got for seeds. Look at that little bobby cot. These are going right in the ground. Orange butterfly milkweed. I'm just waiting for my garden staple so I can staple down that tarp. And then I'll plant these milkweeds right into the ground. See, here's swamp milkweed. This is going right into the ground. The cattail, well, I don't know. I might put them in the seed starters. Cotton grass, that's going to go in seed starters. Yellow milkweed, that's going right into the ground. Milkweed, that's going right into the ground. The allium, I don't know. Concord grape, them are going to go into the seed starter. Coral bells, I got 1,200. I think I'm just going to plant them right. I'll plant a few in my seed starter, and then other than that, I'm going to plant them right into the ground. Now let me show you what I'm going to do here. Turn off these lights. There's Bobby Cot. Bobby Cot! And there's Taylor Cat. Taylor Cot. There's an herb. I don't know what it is. There's another herb. Don't know what it is. And this is creeping thyme, I believe. So I think that's thyme too. But that is time to renew yourself. Anyways. Now here is a birdhouse. I don't know. I don't think anything's been in it. That other birdhouse on the Shepherd's Hook, that's the one that, well, the babies died in there because Stupid Head, I had it hanging over here, and Stupid Head Bobby Cat, or maybe it was Taylor, or could have been George, was sitting up there on that T-bar, waiting for the mother to come back so he could eat her. And so I moved it over there, thinking the bird wasn't that stupid. Bird was too stupid to know that her babies had moved over there. and they died. This one, I think a mouse inhabited it in the garage, and I really should clean it out. Got stuff for the birdos that they don't use. Straw. They wanted straw, they just go in the shed. They get the straw of their choice. Okay, so we're going to go over here. This is where I'm going to plant, hopefully, the cattails. I want cattails. But cattails need to be in a wetter area. I think this is the wettest area we have. We do have a wet area over by the weeping willow. But I did plant some over there and none of them seemed to make it, but I just sprinkled it. See, my tree that was doing, well, that was alive. It wasn't doing well. It was stunted with growth. It had stunted growth. It died. I think I overwatered it. Because, see, it already gets a lot of water over here if it wasn't in this watery spot. So that's why I'm saying I think maybe this would be a good spot to put the cattails. But how do you start cattails? I don't know. So anyways, we got these thistles, of course, rar. Got that red bud, purple bud. I don't see any other things that are, she's going potty, here. And here's my little tree this one's stunted growth, and I think it's because it's not getting any sun. It's way down there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's in there. This one is making it so far. But look how burned it is, like this. I should have put, I don't think with this one that I put any potting soil in there, and I should have. Because I'll show you. Just wait, if this video doesn't, if the battery doesn't die on me, I'll show you. This one's doing well. I don't remember if I put any potting soil in there, but it's doing well. And I think this is the same tree as that one over there. That one I should have planted where it's getting more sun and getting more breeze and whatever, not as wet. Don't know what that is. I planted it there though. See my peonies? Let me show you. This over here is, grape something or other. Can't remember what it is. These are all peony. I think that's a peony. That's definitely a peony. It looks like it's fizzling out. It didn't last long. There's a peony over here. Yeah, that's peony. See, it's already gone. Maybe something ate it. Because I don't see any leaves, so maybe something ate it. Thistle. Oh, no, there's the peony. Right there. I think that's I don't know what that is. Is that a peony? Look at these rotten cats. And, of course, my catnip. No, that's not the catnip, is it? No, the catnip's over here. Catnip growing where I don't want it to. Where'd the catnip go? Oh, there's the catnip. I don't know what that is. That's just something. It got purple flowers. And that's just something. Rotten kitty cats. They're a stray cat. Now let me show you cats. Another stray cat. That's Georgie Porgy. I did plant some horseradish. A friend gave me horseradish last year. I was so exhausted by that time and had so much to do that I just kind of dug some holes and threw them in there. And I think only, various holes and threw them in there. And I think only one made it. For all I know, these might be it though. I don't know. Because the roots are very weedy looking. Or their leaves are very weedy looking. But see, this is the one where I used like almost a whole bag of potting soil. Look how good that's doing. And this is one of them short needle trees that I haven't had any luck with. Look how good that looks. Look at how long the stems are. Just look at how good that thing's doing. That looks like that might be, but I think that's a different type one. Now that I look at the way the pines are, the stems are growing so long. See, the other ones I had were short stemmed, but look how long these stems are, or whatever you call them. So I'm thinking that's maybe exotic, more exotic breed of evergreen. But I think the huge difference was me putting potting soil in the hole. There's a dragonfly. Who knows what them weirdos are doing? Okay, this one's another one. Long pine one. See that? That's got new growth on the top right there. New growth. Okay, so here's another one. It is in, might not be getting enough sun here. Yeah, this one might not be getting enough sun. I don't know if you can see it in there, but there is new growth on it. See, the thing I think is best, oh, I think there's a milkweed back there. Oh, you know what? I think that's a dogwood. What I'm learning is that putting potting soil, putting good soil in there when you plant it is the make it or break it for these twigs. But see, if you're doing it, I don't know what type of birds, them look like they might be, let me see if I can, they might be house finches. I don't know if you can see them up there. The glare. I'm going to show you. These two ones are there. This huge thing. This is the bush that took over the world. The bush of death. This thing used to be a really small thing. It used to be like half the size, maybe less than half the size it is now. I think that thing needs to be taken out. There's also another invasive bush. Well, I would consider that bush invasive, but I think there's another invasive thing growing out of there that needs to be taken care of. I'm going to have to motivate myself to do that. See, here's, as you can see, I think these are the morning glories. They're definitely something. Morning glories probably, that one of course is clover. That's not what I think these are just weeds. A weed is just a misplaced plant. And of course, carrots that I didn't plant. I don't think I planted them, but you got these two that's probably sunflower. This one's just a weed. This one's weed. Grasses are probably just weeds. Carrots, don't think I planted them. These are probably just weeds. I think I just threw a bunch of seeds in there, so I'm probably pulling out stuff that I wanted. I'll leave that one. See if that one's something. This one is probably just a weed. There. Now over here, this might be milkweed. Probably weed. It is nicer just to, I think these are just weeds. I'll leave one of them. You know what? There's so many of them, I might have planted them. Yeah, there's a creeping Charlie. Those are my weeds. So I'm just going to leave the rest of them because I think it might have been something I actually wanted. So we got all this milkweed here. Now, see see little sprouty buddy things coming on. These are all common milkweed. The leaves of common milkweed are unique to the common milkweed because the rest of the leaves are narrow and pointy. I don't even know how they're in the same family because they're just so different in their looks. Other than the monarchs laying eggs in them, it's like they look completely different. But this is where I'm going to be planting them milkweed seeds. And the milkweed seeds I bought were from Seedville. The ones I bought this time. From Seedville. They're on Etsy and they have their own site. And they give you, compared to other places, they give you a lot of seeds for what you're paying. And I believe it's free shipping. Or it's free shipping, I think, on orders of $50 or more. But see, I want to make sure I get this all stapled down tight so that when I pull it, so like if I was to plant now, when I pulled it to put the staples down, to tighten it up for the staples, it would probably throw the holes off the where I planted the seeds, and then they wouldn't grow well. It would be off. But we got a few seeds over here, or milkweed right here. And we got all these. I'm going to let these go to seed now. The asparagus coming up. And so hopefully that'll help them multiply for next year. I don't get as many, as of yet, I don't get as many milkweed or asparagus as I would like. There is a bee right there. You see that bee? Or wasp, whatever. But already we got some, I call them bulbs, coming out of the milkweed. There's a glare on the screen, so I'm not sure I can tell what you're seeing. I know what I want you to see. But yeah, this is all going to be milkweed. Oh, I might have, there's one, well, he might have pecked because I didn't see it in them seed packets, but there's milkweed looking seeds that aren't actually milkweed. They're trumpet lilies. And he bought them. And I might put them in here, at least for now. There's an allium. This is beets? I don't remember what I got. These are one of the only things I bought. That's celery. These are the only things I bought the vegetables. I planted these seeds, these pea seeds. They don't seem to be doing very well. But I'm not even going to do that next year. That was a house plant that I grew. I put in with that pumpkin. And it's growing out here. I'll probably dig it up and bring it back in come fall. And here's a squash. And that's one of the horseradish. That's a horseradish that I know lived from last year. And when I was trying to wind this pumpkin up, this squash plant up, to have it climb, I accidentally broke off the top. The little sprouty thing. So I might not get any pumpkins from that, any squash from that. And here's my transplants from whatever them were. Tomato I grew from seed. Whatever that is. So I got allium in here and I split that up and put that at the end. See, this was supposed to be catnip. And I can't get catnip to grow in there. I put little sprouts, I put full-grown plants, I put seeds, nothing took over there for the catnip. And I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, I've tried catnip everywhere. And the only places it's growing is places that are already designated for something else. And over here is the lilies, but there's too much shade. So they don't grow well. So I'm going to dig these up. Figure out a place that I can put them that's not here. Yeah, too much shade here. So this, I was thinking of hostas, but then my partner says, oh, they get so big. That is true. So now I'm thinking, see, because if I dig this up, I'm going to put a tarp over. I'm going to tarp it so we won't have all these, you know, weeds in there. And so it'll look a lot better. I just kept, the thing is like, every time I'd get this garden, you know, tarped and then replanted, something would happen that we would have to dig that up again, because that's the well. Something would go and have to dig it up. Bleeding heart, pasta, bleeding heart. Bleeding heart. Mint. Bleeding heart. Coral bells. Pasta. These are sunflowers. These were donors. I had the feeder up here. The sunflower seed feeder up there. And so them were donors from that. Them are orthos. Or indoor plants. I'm going to give them away. I'm going to put them in a bigger pot, let them get a little bit bigger, and then give them as one of my giveaways on business page. I'm not sure if them are lily of the valley or something else. Right there. The lily of the valley didn't do well. Now this is supposed to be, I don't know if it died back because its season ended or if it just died. This is some decorative grass, and I can't remember what it was called, but it's some neat looking grass. I mean, none of these videos do any of this justice. That's columbine over there and bee balm. And I don't know, I don't like the columbine being in there, but I'm afraid to move it. I'm afraid it's going to die. These, I believe, are lemon. And I don't know why I got them. I think that's vinca. Somebody's supposed to be bringing me some vinca to the stone crop. I think she called it stone crop. Sedum. Is that stone crop? And well, that's columbine right there. For my ditch, I want the stone crop to take over so I don't have to worry about the city coming and spraying to kill it back. That is hen and chicks right there, or something like that, some succulent. Look at that, isn't that neat? Got little flowers coming out. Don't remember what that is. Decorative grass, look at them neat little fluffy thing. Like if you let your grass just grow naturally, just overtake, some of it's pretty neat looking. It's got most of it's got that feathery top stuff. Now these are all allium onion thingies right there. I could dig them up. Shallots, maybe they're called. It's got that. I think these are the ground cherries. I was calling them Japanese lanterns, but I don't know. I don't know if they're one and the same thing. Here's a sage that I planted back here. I bought that from a seller at our local farmer's market here in Hudson. Bird bath. They're finally using the bird bath. I think this is year 3. They're finally starting to use it. We were wondering if they would ever use it. But they do use, sometimes they'll use like the water bowls to